Bass fishing is about to have its biggest moment ever. A $3.25 million purse and 50 of the best anglers in the world all in one tournament right outside Nashville this fall. I sat down with Brian Bird, the founder and CEO of World Bass Enterprises, to discuss how the champions came together, what you can expect in October, and how you could win a chance to be out there fishing right alongside the pros. Let's get into it. Brian, thanks so much for hopping on. I feel like everybody in the fishing world has been talking about the champions for weeks now. So I'm excited to actually talk to the guy behind it all.
Well, thank you, Amber, for having me. I'm glad to hear you say that it seems like everybody's talking about the champions because we're excited about it as well. It's a great tournament. Bringing the two organizations, the two biggest professional organizations in the world against each other to compete against each other on one body of water. It's really going to be an awesome experience for everybody.
Well, it looks like it's going to be huge. What made you decide that bass fishing needed its own Super Bowl?
Well, I mean, I love the sport for one, and I love watching tournaments, and I love watching all the anglers participate. But I've always been like, well, who's the best, right? Because there's two leagues, and and in all of our other sports that are out there and everything, there is a true championship, a Super Bowl or a NBA championship or whatever you want to call it. And I just felt like the sport of bass fishing was missing that. And so that's when we came up with the champions. World Bass Enterprises is the organization, the corporate is our corporation, and we're putting on the champions, which is what I feel like the biggest tournament in fishing, and will be a true Super Bowl type tournament that crowns a world champion.
Well, it's pretty ambitious to build a $3 million tournament from scratch. What have been some of the challenges that you faced as you've been trying to pull this together?
Golly, lots of challenges, but we've pulled a lot together considering we've been working on it for 6 months. Some of the biggest challenges I would say is just the fact of we're new, right, to the sport, and there's been some other people that have said they're going to do some things in the sport and it didn't happen, and it created some negativity, and so that's been a big challenge, you know, and then just uh, other things, sponsorships have been challenging at times. We've done pretty good here lately, and we got some big announcements coming out with that. But I think that just goes back to still being new to the industry and what we're doing. But I have a great vision, of what this looks like, and sometimes that's hard too, right? Is to actually get the fan or the angler or the sponsor or whoever it is I'm talking to actually visualize what it is I see and what we're doing. I mean, you can tell them all day long, this you're going to have a media day, you're going to have a opening ceremonies, and you're going to have a champions dinner, and you're going to have all this stuff, and the way we're setting it all up is it's all like, I feel like what probably the fans and athletes experience at a Super Bowl. I mean, everything's first class that we're doing. I think the anglers are in for a very big surprise, and the fans as well. And I think when it's all said and done, everybody's going to really be excited about the champions on a go forward basis.
Well, let's talk about that scale for a second because these numbers are pretty nuts. A $3.25 million purse, the winner gets 1.25 million. That's the biggest payday in the sport's history. What did it take to get a number like that on the board?
Well, it just took me deciding how much money I wanted to spend, I guess. Uh, so we wanted it to be the biggest payday. I felt like with it being if we're going to call this thing the Super Bowl of bass fishing, the World Championship of bass fishing, whatever you're going to call it, we call it the champions, but it represents a true champions tournament. But I just felt like the payday needed to reflect uh, that type of status. These athletes that are professional football players and baseball players and basketball players, they make a lot of money, and they get paid for their sport, And the anglers in bass fishing that are professional, they do okay, but they don't make the kind of money that the other athletes do in their sports. That's for sure. So I just wanted it to be a big payday for them, so that I thought the fan would like to see it. I know the anglers are excited about it. I mean, heck, second place is 500,000, third place 300,000, 400,000, or no, fourth place is 200, fifth place is 100. So. We just felt like if you're the best in the world, you deserve to be to see that big payday. And that's how we came about the number.
Amen. Well, you've got 50 of the best anglers in the world coming together from the two top organizations. Did it take any convincing to get these competing organizations to come together under one roof?
Well, the way they structure their contracts with their anglers is the anglers really have a right to fish whatever tournaments they want. I'll say that, the anglers didn't have any problems signing up and wanting to be part of it. And the leagues, I'll say one's been more supportive than another. I don't, want to cause any problems with either one of them, but I mean, yeah, one's very excited about it, one's not so excited, I guess, or just waiting to see maybe how we do first before they want to put their name next to us, which, hey, I understand, that's business. But, if they like, it won't, if they're waiting to see how we do before they want to put their name next to us, that won't be a problem. Well, because we're gonna knock it out of the park. I can assure you.
Love the confidence. Old Hickory Lake, Sanders Ferry Park, right outside Nashville. Why that spot?
Well, we wanted to go to Nashville. We knew that first, right? Because nobody's been to Nashville. None of the other big leagues, no big tournaments. And Nashville is just a destination where people want to go and spend time, and it's just such a cool place anyway. So that was where we decided we were going to go. Then we had to pick a lake, and we started, looking at different lakes around Nashville. And whenever we saw the park, Sanders Ferry Park there at Old Hickory Lake there in Hendersonville, it was just like, okay, with everything we dreamed of doing and wanting to do there, like create this fall festival type atmosphere, we needed a big park, and it was just like meant to be whenever we saw it, in my opinion. So that's how we didn't look at how great. I mean, we started talking about the fishery, and I know it's going to be a tough fishery, but it's been putting out some pretty good weights this year in some of the tournaments that I've paid attention to. So I don't, and these are the best anglers in the world. It should be tough a little bit, but they'll figure it out. And it's going to be a great day, a great event. And Saunders Ferry Park is a beautiful park, and we look forward to filling that thing up.
Yeah, I mean, you said festival, and that's sure what it sounds like. You've got a huge expo, a pro-am day, fireworks, a flyover, concerts. You really went all out.
We did, and we did, and heck, there's a kids park there with a petting zoo and BB gun shoots and fishing for kids, little aquariums that are set up, fish tanks. There's bounce houses and all kinds of stuff for the kids, and then we're going to be having flipping contests, casting contests, horseshoe contests, tournaments going on, bands playing all day. There's a beer garden, there's food gardens, all kinds of ancillary stuff that will be going on there at the park throughout the day. So yeah, it's going to. Some of my team are like, well, are we gonna? My worry is we ain't gonna be able to hold everybody at the park. But some are like, I hope we fill the park. I don't think that's gonna be the problem. My worry is, I think it'll hold about 8,000 people, maybe 10. So I don't know. We'll see what happens there.
Well, you've got Riley Green, Randy Hauser, Trace Adkins, Lee Greenwood. These are some big names in country music. How excited are you to get these guys involved?
Oh, so cool. I mean, they're at opening ceremonies, to be able to have Lee Greenwood sing God Bless the USA. And that's just going to be really cool. He's going to open up Thursday morning, the first day of the tournament, singing the national anthem. Uh, we have an old Silver War cannon, so we're going to an old shotgun style start on this tournament where one field will go out and the other one will go out. And for our shotgun, we got an old Silver War cannon, and as of right now, we got Bill Dance coming in, the legend, of bass fishing, to shoot the cannon to start the day off on Thursday. So, just it's just so cool. I mean, Trace Atkins singing the national anthem on Saturday morning, championship morning is going to be way cool as well. And then, of course, Riley Green and Randy Hauser Friday night concert. And it's not a, it's we wanted to make it it's there at the Pinnacle, which is just an awesome venue. I saw it for the first time about 2 weeks ago, and I was like, wow, this place is really, really nice. And so it only holds about 4,700 people, so it's gonna be a really cool concert that has a little personal touch to it, where they're actually pretty close to Riley, and I think it'll be a great atmosphere as well.
Bill Dance firing off a cannon is worth the price of admission in itself.
I think he's really going to enjoy it. I think I'm hoping I get to shoot it Saturday morning. Championship morning is the plan, so I'm looking forward to my turn. I know that.
Heck yeah. So Randy Moss is also attached to this. He's serving as an ambassador. How did that partnership come along?
Well, Randy started his fishing show this year, Chasing 10. He has a love for bass fishing as well, just like I do, and um, he just wanted to bring more people to the sport, and he thought a different demographic out there, coming from the NFL, he could touch different people in other ways that others couldn't. And his producer and him, his name's Andrew Grind, uh, reached out to me and told me what they were doing, what they were wanting to do, and they were looking for some sponsorships, and I thought, well, if we wanted to be I mean, I was so right off the bat, when it was funny, the day I walked in the office, we had just made our announcement 3 or 4 days, and Andrew sent an email through our questions and said that he was with Randy Moss and that he wanted to talk to me about a fishing show. And I was like, Randy Moss, okay, yes, we're going to make that call right now. So went and made that phone call, and it didn't take long for us to sign up for that deal and be a part of. We're glad to have Randy, and I actually got to make a fishing show with him. I don't know if you saw it or not, but we had a great day, and Randy caught a 10-pound bass and had a lot of fun. So it's just been a really crazy experience, really. All the people I've met through Randy, and then some of the anglers I get to talk to and hang out with that are professional anglers that I used to watch on TV or talk about, and I've got their phone numbers or emails. I can call them anytime. So it's all been pretty crazy, really. But we've had a lot of fun, but it's been a lot of work too.
Well, in addition to everything that we just talked about, you're also running a couple of cool contests, and I want to talk about those. You're
Yeah.
giving two regular fans the chance to compete in the champions alongside these pros, chasing the same purse. Where did that idea come from?
You know, whenever we would do a podcast or we would do a social launch on one of our social media, there was always comments of, well, how do I get in? The everyday person should get to fish in something like this. And so it bothered me, right? I mean, I don't know why, but I was like, well, how do we get, so we're doing this as a pay-per-view event, and being our first year and being something that the world's never seen before, I just felt like that was the best way for us to go to try to get a return on our investment. And I thought, well, what we'll do is you buy the pay-per-view event, and it's $50. Not only do you get to, not, I mean, we're streaming all kinds of stuff. We're streaming the opening ceremonies, we're streaming the tournament, of course, the weigh-ins, but we're streaming the champions dinner. We're streaming the pro am. You get to watch all of that. $50. And I thought we'll just draw. So then we had to go through some processes and some steps to get all this set up. But I was like, then we'll just have two anglers that we draw out of that buy the pay-per-view, that are just everyday Joes, and give them a chance to compete in this tournament at the same level as the professionals getting to. So I think it's going to be really cool. I think it's a story in itself for these people to get to participate in something like this. I mean, the at media day, I can't imagine the questions they're going to receive. Right? They're going to be. they may have more attention on them than the pros do. I don't know, but I'm excited to see who it is and who wins, and can't wait to meet them. And heck, maybe one of them will make the top 15 to fish in the championship on Saturday. That'd even be way cool too. So we'll see what happens.
What an opportunity. I'm not sure that any other professional sport has ever done this, given regular Joes a chance to compete with the best in the world.
I don't think so. No, I think this will be the first time, and uh, and hopefully it won't be the last.
Well, the other contest that we were referring to is you are giving away your own boat, Brian, your
Yeah.
personal Ranger, fully customized. What made you decide to do that instead of just getting purchasing a prize?
I just thought it might give, for one, it's the 150th anniversary boat, and it was really cool. And we knew we were going to be doing a launch of our merch, and we knew we wanted to give away something cool, from buying the merchandise. And I said, I've got this really cool boat. It's been good to me. We've won some tournaments together, but I just, thought it'd be awesome for a fan to get to have it and see it and see somebody else getting to use it, and it'll be a great boat. I mean, man, it's lived in a metal shop all of its life. It's been babied all of its life, no scratches. It's like brand new. So, they can say that they won the CEO of World Bass Enterprises boat, right? And that they got it and they're fishing out of it now. And hopefully it's as good to whoever wins it as it's been to me.
So to enter for a chance to win that boat, you just have to purchase something from the online store.
Yep, that's correct. And all the rules and stuff are on the website at worldbassenterprises.com. All the ways to enter to win the boat are listed there, and they can just go to the website. Same as the pay-per-view. It's all there. It's just www.worldbassenterprises.com. We have the VIP packages are on sale there. All the contests that are going on to win boats, or not only is there a chance through the pay-per-view for the two average Joes, but we're giving away a couple of ATVs. We're giving away a trip to the Bahamas, and we're giving away an alligator hunt and a fishing trip with a big show Terry Scroggins out of Florida. He's an old, renowned, just true uh, professional angler that's been in the sport forever. Get to go fishing on OHIV's another trip with a guide out there where they're catching 13 and 14-pound bass. So there's lots of opportunities to win so much stuff. And that's something else that's really neat about this is, I don't think there's ever been an event like it that's given away as much as we're giving away to the fans for their, we want to give back to them for supporting us. And we're always trying to think of ways to do that. So we're excited to be able to do it.
I'm going to need to follow up with whoever wins that alligator hunt because that sounds like a good story in itself.
Yes, I think it's 3 days, 2 nights, 3 days there in Florida in the Everglades hunting alligators. So that would be a cool story in itself.
That's amazing. Well, this is year one. What does success look like for you this year? And is the Champions going to be something that is a permanent fixture on our calendars?
I believe so. I mean, success this year is just making sure that we do our part on our end, right? That we come through with everything that we've told everybody we're going to do, which I'm not doubting that we won't do that. Seeing the fans and everybody having a great time, the anglers, everybody to enjoy the experience, and for it to be something that they've never seen or done before. And that's how I'm gonna measure the success for this year. And yes, year two, year three, year four, is definitely, we already have plans, that we're working on for definitely year two and a little bit of year three. So this is something that we definitely continue to produce every year and have. So we're looking forward to the future as well.
All right. Well, I will link the website below so anyone who is interested can get all the information they need. But before I let you go, Brian, is there anything else people should know in the months leading up to this, where they can get the info, the streaming packages, all of that?
Basically, all you got to do to know anything about this tournament is go to worldbassenterprises.com. Everything's there. Everything lives there on the website. We appreciate everybody that's helped us get to where we're at today. And, we look forward to showing the world what the Champions is all about. And hopefully, I'll get to see you in Nashville whenever we're there in October. And I'd love to talk to you again about the event, see what you think about it.
Absolutely. Brian, this was awesome. Congrats on building something completely new in this space. I will be there and I can't wait to see it all come together.
Well, thank you, Amber. And it's been a great time. Thanks.